What's up, guys? It has been a while since I've uploaded or given any kind of update. I've really been slacking on the videos, mostly because I was just trying to get things done without any distraction. So sorry about not uploading in a while. I know some people were pretty excited to find more Mark III content on YouTube, and I feel like I kind of let you down. But I'm going to pick back up. I've done a lot since the last video, and I'll probably forget some of the update here, but I'm gonna do what I can. So, where did I leave off last? I think just with the tube front, right? Okay, well the tube front is finished. Kind of looks crazy right now. No body, nothing on it. I put these little coupler guys here so I can remove the top bar, so that way the engine and trans can come in and out easier. Obviously I painted my subframe purple. That's very clear. I don't remember if you guys saw that or not, but obviously it's purple. I did this Rust-Oleum hammered silver. I did the engine bay in that, and it's pretty nice stuff. It gives it that little bit of texture, you know, the hammered finish, and should hide scratches pretty well, and fluid and stuff should just rinse right off of it pretty well. I'm really happy with this paint, actually. It gives just the right amount of gloss without being like, I don't know, show car quality, I guess, because I don't really need it to be a show car. I like to think of it as all race cars are show cars, but not all show cars are race cars, kind of thing, you know? So where else do I need to? I built these little taco gussets here. I think that really helped finish off the tube front. I don't think I showed those at all yet, so got those guys in, finished. I've actually had the engine and the transmission housing all back in this to fit to get everything fitted right. So like the fuel lines, the intercooler piping, because some things changed, coolant reservoir locations and power steering reservoir locations, since obviously a lot of this mounting stuff went away. I got the Chase Bays master cylinder, the 6-to-1 booster delete, dual master cylinder. Plumbed that in, got the brakes all bled actually just yesterday. Built all these lines and everything. Pretty simple setup. I'm excited to see how that feels versus the powered brakes. This year we got some Kenda tires. And actually we've already had one drift event this year. And obviously looking at my car now, you can probably tell I did not make it with my car. But a good old buddy of mine let me borrow a C5 Corvette. That was a good time. It was really nice to actually, you know, winter's over. We finally got to go drift, take out some of that pent up winter aggression that we had. So that was a good time. I really wish I could have taken my car, but I still don't have transmission parts. Those should be here Friday, and I'm really excited to show you guys that and kind of finish that transmission saga I did. Tearing down mine and finding what was wrong with it. So stay tuned for that. That'll happen pretty soon. It won't be a super long gap like this last time. Moving on. So actually, let me talk to you face to face again. One of the biggest things I did in this lull of filming was I tore out all the interior wiring, every bit of it. the whole interior came out, everything. So then I very sparingly took out the wiring that I needed from the factory and then built a bunch of my own wiring because I'm getting rid of all my relays, most of my fuses, because hopefully it's not too dark. Oh, it kind of is. Let me get a little flashlight action in here. I'm running ECU Masters PMU. So I wired that all in. The ECU is mounted right there. I have this chunk of airbox taken out right now just for engine harness wiring sake to pass it through. But, so yeah, I built my whole harness, my whole chassis harness based off of that. And I got everything working. Still have power windows, power locks, wipers, all the things I need, blinkers, brake lights, tail lights, headlights. So everything works like it should. I'll try and drop maybe some videos I took with my phone. Right now I don't have everything hooked up, so I can't really show you much. All right, car is wired. We got windows, electric door locks. We have dash, we have gauges, nothing hooked up to them yet besides power, so nothing shows up. We got radio, we got wipers, we have blinkers, and I don't really have an indicator on the dash, but that lights up, and you can see them back there. Turn the other side on. Uh-oh, why'd that indicator stay on? Anyways, hazards. ECU power here. Heard it beep. We got blower motor, 3 speeds. It is always on defrost now. I gotta figure out something for the blend door. We got the brake pedal hooked up to everything. Got headlights. Crazy fans. But I have the CAN keyboard. So things are getting hooked up here. And these are all pretty much programmed besides the cruise control stuff. I gotta set that up, but I gotta do that while driving. This here I 3D printed. And then I've just been working a few different variations to get it to fit properly. But this is for the blower switch. So that's gonna pass through here, and then I'll have blower right there. My mode doors are pretty much all deleted. It's all taped over, plugged. I'm only gonna have defrost in this car. And right now it's set up to be only cool air. I'm kind of working with something here to try and make the blend door still work. But for now, it's just going to be cold air, defrost, because it's pretty much just a summer car. If I need heat, like at Fall Tanacross, I can manually switch that to heat, unless I figure out blend door cable actuator thing. So I don't think I have shown it yet. But I also painted the floor. It's dirty right now from all my wiring and everything. Seats are gonna come back out and I'll clean it all up, make it nice. But the floor is also painted hammer silver, just like the engine bay there. So the floor and engine bay are matching. The cage is repainted in this hammer black. It's not very black. It's definitely very gray, but it looks sweet. Harnesses are in. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. Got the harnesses fitted. Seats are gonna come out, and then I'll mount the submersive strap, whatever they call that, the crotch strap. Probably won't need it, but I might as well have it for if I do wheel my car at Tanacross or whatever. What else do I have going on? I've done a lot. I have done a lot. The interior is kind of pulled back apart again. It just needs slid over and screwed back in because I put this Night Run Garage camera mount right here. And that's actually made for a pre-89, so not the 3-piece spoiler. So I did a little bit of, you can see something under it. That's actually a 3D printed piece to make the plug for here. And then I made a plug for the body underneath. Got rid of the power antenna because honestly, I just Bluetooth my music anyways. I don't need radio. All the bulbs I switched to LED. Use, you know, less load and everything with the PMU. It just seemed like the right move. I have the dash built, so I have my power tune display, and then a few other gauges that aren't through the ECU, just because I like data. So like if the ECU or if like my CAN system wigs out or anything, I'll still be able to see the essential stuff. This is oil pressure and coolant temp, and we got boost and air fuel. So, you know, got all that. E-brake is in and bled. I think it needs bled a little better. It's always had a long throw, but it don't feel right. But anyways, those are my boost lines for my boost controller. So I think at this point, since all my brakes are bled, everything's pretty much painted, done chassis wise, now I'll just like put my fenders on so I can put my skirts on, and I'll wait on putting the rest of the front end back in until everything's in, just so I'm not like scratching stuff. I won't put the over fenders on yet, just the cut up under fenders, because I'm not worried about scratching those, and I need to do that so I can put the skirts on anyways. Oh, these are kind of cool. Let me talk about these. I 3D printed these little pass-throughs. They turned out pretty good. That one's not pressed in all the way, but so like the AC plug, the pass-through for the engine harness, all that stuff, that's all 3D printed out of TPU, so that's been kind of fun to screw with. Oh, another thing I did, I moved the sway bar back 1.5 inches. I basically built my own plate off of the frame with welded nuts on it and moved it back 1.5 inches. So that way I could have clearance with the big wheels at full lock. I pretty much hit the wheel on the bar right at where it's about to be full lock anyways. So much more clearance there right now. I'm pretty happy with that. That's a really thick bar, as you could probably tell in this video. So that should be a major change. Should force the rear suspension to work a little more. Hoping it gives me a little more side bite. That's the goal anyways. I don't think much has changed on the engine since you last saw. All the painted parts are taped up just so they don't get scratched on removal and installation and everything. Hard line made for the fuel pressure regulator being on the back of the rail now. You know, wiring spots touched up and whatnot. Transmission is still empty. My parts are coming. I mentioned that. Yeah, I know I'm missing some stuff that I was going to update you on, but I cannot think of it right now. So, yeah, I'll get my transmission parts. We'll put it together on video, and then I'll actually made it to the transmission or to the engine. Like I said, this is empty right now. There's nothing inside, no clutch, no shafts, nothing. I'm not doing a remote filter housing anymore. I ran the Chase base sandwich plate with a thermostatic cooler. It just cleaned things up. I just didn't have a good place to put the remote filter housing with thermostat cooler anymore. There was nowhere I liked it. It just kind of looked cluttered, messy to me. So I went with that setup there. I got the Spall fans The garage is still a mess, obviously. The spall fans are on the coil rad now. I barely have room for them, but it's enough room. I 3D printed that fuel filter mount, so that works out pretty well. Obviously I wired here. This is going to be to the alternator, and then I have headlights, blinkers, fan. These are for the auxiliary gauges. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I showed building the bash bar, but I built the bash bar, and the bumper quick latch is on now. 2 on the front, 1 on each side. So that makes it much nicer for loading, unloading in the trailer, hooking up straps to the front, yada yada. Yeah, I think for the most part, that's all I can really update you on. Oh, I moved the battery. I put the battery down behind the passenger seat instead of back there. It'll be nice having the weight in front of the rear wheels, not have that pendulum effect, and it did lower it quite a bit. So obviously lower center of gravity helps. But yeah, that's pretty much all the update I could probably give right now. I'm kind of just waiting now on transmission parts. Once the transmission's put together, it can go back in, and since everything's already made, it's just a matter of putting it in, hooking everything up, and driving the dang thing. So yeah, I'm gonna, as the video goes along, I've probably already done it in the editing process at this point, but I'm gonna overlay some pictures of how things have gone, maybe a couple videos of things working. And I'm gonna try and put like pictures and stuff in my community tab. So if any of you are looking for motivation or ideas on things for your Supra, click on over to there. You can click on the pictures and save them and whatnot, whatever you need. Yeah. Oh, I also did the soft clutch slave line. Clutch master slave. Oh, we're leaking. Gosh dang it. I didn't realize. I don't know how there's fluid in there. I drained it. Hopefully it's not on my paint. Gonna eat it up. It probably is. But yeah. That's my update, I guess. So once again, sorry it's been a while since I uploaded. I just really wanted to try and get everything done before the first drift event, but the trans was the thing that held me up basically. So not too bad. It just sucks that it's taken like 3 months to get it, but it is on its way now. It made it from Finland to the US. It's in customs right now, supposedly gonna get here Friday, which it's Wednesday, so fingers crossed I could put together a transmission this weekend. Yeah, so thanks for just kind of listening to me ramble and say and think a lot. I'll start putting the body back together, and this thing will be a car pretty soon. So next time you see me, I'll be building a transmission, showing you guys the cool parts I got for that. Some of you already know if you follow me on Instagram, because I've been annoyed about it. So yeah, thanks again for watching. I'll put something together so you guys aren't hanging in the dry about where I left off, and we'll go from there. Thanks guys for watching. See you in the next one.